Good evening to one and all present over here. The topic for today's lecturette is international terrorism. So, the terrorism word was firstly coined and used during the French Revolution. Now, what is the terrorism all about? Terrorism is all about propagating the propaganda of political or religious by by some intentional violence. It is basically the war against the non-combat, that is the civilians. And when I talk about the infographics of the terrorist activity throughout the world, then we could see that from 1970s to 2019 around 1.8 lakh cases of minor or the major terrorism has been recorded. And when I talk about the individual countries, then Afghanistan, Iraq, Pakistan, India, Philippines, these are the most of the prominent nation where a lot of terrorist activity has been planned or executed. Now, when I talk about the cause of terrorism, what are the major cause of terrorism? What are the intention behind any terrorism? So, the major cause behind the terrorism is separatist or independence movement. There are some of the terrorist activity that they demand for independence of any particular area, particular region to have their own law, so own sorts of law and to govern in that particular area. And the next major cause for terrorism could be seen as the political agenda and also the religious agenda, that they are having some religious concept and they want to adhere to that concept and also want that the people would be knowing about their religious agenda and they should follow their agenda. Beside it is also because to in a response to any government or any act that is political activity or political act that is led by the government. So these are the some of the major cause for the terrorism. Now, when I talk about the terrorism in India, so India is facing a major problem of terrorism. Since after independence, there has been many terrorist activity which has been planned and executed. Topmost of it remain the attack on the parliament, 26/11, Uri attack, Pathankot attack, and also the attack on the Akshardham temple. So there have been so many major incident that has taken place. These are the main incident that we know of. There are many small terrorist activity that is taking place every day. So it remains a lot of major challenge for India. Now, when I talk about how to deal with the terrorism, then world is already dealing with terrorism. But we need to be more robust and come with more robust and solid plans in order to tackle terrorism. We know that the terrorism is concentrated in few of the part of the country and they are funding this terrorist organization to fulfill their short term or the long term goal. So all those countries should be pressurized so that they start to eliminate terrorism and stop funding those terrorism activity. So let's join our hand together in order to tackle terrorism and make India a superpower. Thank you.